And then before I get started with introductions, I'd like to remind everybody, if you have any questions, please write them down on the cards that are provided. Does everybody have them already? Everybody, I think you guys have cards. If you have a question, go ahead and write those and then give them to Officer Leslie Kincaid. And then with introductions, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Joel Justice. I'm very happy to be here. I worked West Valley at one time, so I see a lot of familiar faces. I feel like I'm home here, so I'm really excited to be here. I'd like to introduce to my right, Councilman from the 3rd Council District, Mr. Bob Blumenfeld. Sorry. And from the 12th District, is anybody here? Tamara's here representing Councilman Mitch Englander, and then Commander John Peters. Are you here? Stuck in traffic. I'd like to introduce my partner at Topanga, Captain Phil Hearn. My other partner, Lieutenant 2 Scott Harrelson, who is the Detective Commanding Officer. The newest addition to our leadership team over at Topanga is our Gang Lieutenant, Lieutenant Julie Rodriguez. And then I have our Narcotics Enforcement Detail, Detective 3, Detective Lou Vince. And then I know you guys know the senior leads in the Community Relations Office, and it's so hard to see you guys with these lights, but Jose Maldonado, Sam Sabra, Dennis Cunningham, Janet Zumstein, and from our Community Relations Office, Todd Jerome, and Leslie Kincaid. And then I think I see our gang sergeant standing back there, Marlon Lindsay. And now I'd like to turn it over to Councilman Bob Blumenfeld.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the introduction, and it's a pleasure to be here today. I'm not going to do a long speech today. My main purpose in being here today is to support our public safety folks, to just say a few words of introduction for those of you who don't know me, and then to move on the program so we can start talking about the public safety issues that affect us. So my name is Bob Blumenfeld. I've been a council member representing the 3rd District, which includes Woodland Hills, Tarzana, Reseda, Winnetka, Canoga Park. I've been on the job for 138 days, but who's counting? A lot of you know me because I was the State Assembly member for the previous 5 years. So I've worked very closely with the community on many different issues, but now as a council member, the issues of public safety rise to the top, because for a city that is the most important issue. So I want to thank Captain Hearns, Captain Justice for the invitation to speak and to be here, and for all of our LAPD folks, because they really do the job of keeping us safe, and it's so important that we support them in every way. And that includes all of our senior lead officers, the entire Topanga station. Wanted to make that point. One of the first things I did when I was sworn in is meet with Captain Justice and meet with folks to talk about what are the key priorities. And we talked about it: safe schools for our children, safety in our homes, zero tolerance for crime, safe streets to walk, commute, basically peace and security where we live. And that is a critical function for a city. It's a priority for LAPD, and it's my priority as a council member. For those of you who don't know, my district office is in Reseda. I've got a couple of staff folks here who can raise their hand. Eric and Jenny are here. Raise your hand. I'll point them out because they're great members of my team, and what our goal, as in addition to dealing with the issues that come before the city, is to solve problems that you all may have with the city. So please, if you ever have an issue with the city, contact me, contact my staff. We want to hear from you. You don't have to wait for my office hours. You don't have to wait for me doing my mobile office hours. Just knock on the door, make a phone call, show up, or make an appointment. We're here for you. The other aspect I wanted to just let you know, one of the things that I'm really serious about as your council member is making sure that the work I do is collaborative with the community. Because I can't improve the quality of life of the community by myself. As great as my staff is, we can't do it by ourselves. We need to harness the energy of the community. And that means working with the neighborhood councils, it means working with the neighborhood watches, it means working with the homeowners associations, it means doing what I've been doing, putting together community action teams where we have folks in the community around different issues. I've got 5 community action teams already up and running, a domestic violence issue community action team, public safety, fighting blight and beautification, senior issues, and I'm missing one, but a 5th one of those. And we're going to create more of those as we move on. The last things I wanted to do to help kick this off this event, I wanted to thank Pastor Kirby for opening up this facility. He's done it, you know, I've been here in years past as your assembly member, but he's done it here, and I wanted to call him up and give him a certificate of recognition. Pastor, if you'd come up. They don't have to do this. They do this because they're part of the community. They've been an integral part of the community, and I just wanted to recognize that on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then, you know, lastly, I wanted to also recognize the Pennington Police. So if I could have Captain Justice, Hearns, and anyone else who wants to come up, I wanted to give this. We have a lot of LAPD here, so we're very safe right now. I just wanted to, you know, present you this certificate of appreciation on behalf of the City of Los Angeles for all the work and dedication that you've put forward, both in this event and that you do on a daily basis. So thank you.
Get a good shot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. We appreciate it. And thank you for being here. I know you got a busy schedule. I know he's got another meeting he's got to go to tonight. I know that because I have to be there too. So thank you.
I'm going to leave a little early, so.
Thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. Now I'd like to introduce and bring up for to speak with you Mark Neudorf, who is the president of the Topanga Area Youth Board. And Mark's going to come talk to you a little bit about what they do and what we do. So Mark, come on up.
I don't take exception to the late applause. I do not carry a gun, so it's completely understandable. I just want to tell you what an honor it is to be here tonight. I never thought at 59 years old I would ever be in front of a town hall meeting with all these distinguished individuals that are serving us in our communities. My wife and I own Soccer One, which is on Canoga Avenue. We've been members of this community for years. In fact, our children at one time went to West Valley schools under Glenn Kirby when it was located off of Van Owen. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you that I, just like many of you probably here tonight, have been frustrated with things that maybe happen at the federal, state levels for years. And what I realized one day is that God did not give me any right of authority over those things other than to vote, and I know we all vote. What I do have the right to do is to be a good father, a good husband, a good steward over my immediate family, and quite frankly over our company that employs 22 people in Canoga Park and Valencia. As an extension of that, I decided this year to get involved with the community and to actually begin a process of giving back to the community for all it's given to our family. One of those steps was to be involved with the Chamber of Commerce. Another is the Neighborhood Council, which you're going to see in a minute. And the last one that I went out and did after being approached by the LAPD Topanga Division was to become the president of their youth board. It is such an honor to work in that capacity for the young men and women who perform for you tonight as color guards. You've probably seen them at Westfield. These ladies and gentlemen have